it's the Ultimate Giantman custom figure. Wow. Great figure, man. Yeah, I'm an Ultimates fan. Very big Ultimates fan. And this is a figure that I feel I needed a custom of because I feel even if Hasbro was to make this, they wouldn't make it as good as I imagined in my head. Let's check this out. This entire face, except of course for the Giantman face underneath, but the whole thing around it, the mask, the goggles, has been sculpted, and the entire armor of the figure has been sculpted as well. Very clean sculpting, very well done, very well painted. This is just a wonderful custom and is now my treasured custom in my collection. You can see everything's been sculpted very well, and all the articulation remains. This is a Giantman figure, Build-A-Figure from the old Marvel Legends Toy Biz series, and I couldn't think of any other better figure to use than this one for the Ultimate Giantman. The articulation in the ab crunch remains the same, and you can see there kind of lines up no matter how you put it, which is really good, and it doesn't scratch. Hasn't scratched on me at all, so painted, and it's very durable, which is great because I like to pose my figures on my shelf. So a lot of you are probably thinking, well, Solid, why didn't you make this yourself? You know, you can customize. You know, most of you that know me personally know that I have 3 kids, wife. I just don't have time for customs anymore. So I had talked to Jimmy and had contracted Jimmy to make this custom for me. And why did I pick Jimmy? Why not pick all these other guys like Raybot or Loose Collector? It's because I like Jimmy's style. I prefer his custom over everybody else's just because of the style and what he brings to the table. You can see the shading, the sculpting's very tight, all the articulations there. The figure doesn't chip, the paint doesn't chip. It's on there very well. Look at that, even the shoulders, sculpted around the shoulders, and the articulation is still there, so you can still bend the shoulders up and whatnot. Same thing on both sides. Jimmy's come a long way. I've known him for many years. Not only is he a great guy, family guy himself, but he's very artistic and he does a great job. And he's taken many years to get to this point, and his paint work as well too. Here's the rest of the look at that, down to the arms, sculpted on the upper forearm there. Very well done, and it's not like where one side is bulkier than the other. It's just spot on, and everything's just seamless across. There's not where the clay is bulky on one side. He really took his time sculpting this thing and painting it. So you can see the darker shades in there. That's paint. It's this entire figure was resanded, repainted, and redone, including the face, painted as well too. All the articulation is still there as well. So I contracted him to do this, and he did an amazing job. He just blew me away, and I knew he would. He's been doing very well, and like I said, he's taken a long time to get to this point with his customs, and I would say he's one of the top 4 customizers in my book and I've been customizing for years. I'd say he's one of the top 4 right now in my book of customizers, and that's huge, So here he is, Ultimate Giantman. Now, if you guys are thinking of getting a custom from him, he's not outrageous on his prices, but if you're going to have him do an insane amount of work, it is going to cost. And, you do get what you pay for. If you want a top grade custom, something that's going to look like your classic Marvel Legends or look like a Bowen statue close to that, he's your guy, man. He just does a really great job. And he has this particular gift where he can transfer what he sees from paper or from statue. He can transfer it to figure. And he can do it very accurately without missing any detail, really. He's for example, on this, the backside of him, he went through lengths of looking at different pictures to be able to understand the costume to the back of Ultimate Giantman so that he wouldn't miss any detail. So that for me was just like, the extra mile. It wasn't just take care of the front, it was take care of the back. Let's make this thing match up in every angle, whether you're looking at him sideways, from the back, from the front, you're going to know it's Ultimate Giantman. So yes, so from 1 to 10, how do I rate Jimmy as a customizer? I give him a 10. And I would say it's because of his paint work, his sculpt work, and most important, his work ethic. The guy is just a straight up honest guy. If you pay this guy in advance, he's going to get your work done, and he's going to knock it out fast. If it's a normal, 6-inch figure, the guy's quick, man. He'll knock it out within a week and ship it to you. If you're going to do a bigger project like this, a couple weeks max. That's a size comparison with a Marvel Universe Yellow Jacket. But he works hard and he gets it done, which is really, really something that stands out for me, because I've noticed a lot of these other customizers take a real long time. You order a custom figure and these guys take 4 or 5 months. I've seen some guys take up to a year to get the custom done and return it to the client. So for one, Jimmy's work ethic is just surpasses all that. The guy's a hard-working guy, man, and is very honest, and he's just a great dude overall, man. So if you're looking for a custom, I know you guys have, everybody has different styles out. There's reasons why I didn't go with Loose Collector and I didn't order one from him. For one, he's one of those guys that's busy, and it'll take a while to get a custom, but he also uses a lot of metallic paints, and I kind of wanted more of a matte look. Raybot, you guys know Raybot's a friend of mine. Ray's just really, really busy too, and his work is a lot different in a sense, but also very, very similar. If you start to look at Jimmy's work now compared to Raybot's work, it's almost like they're similar in a lot of ways. Just a few things that are different here and there, but that just goes to show how far Jimmy's come and how great his work is. And not only that, but Jimmy takes the time to formulate the paints. He makes sure that the figure's going to pose and it's not going to chip on you. He's making sure that the paint's stuck on there, so when you go do your ACBA, you're not cracking and chipping at the joints, and it doesn't look horrible. And you're not getting all upset and saying, "Hey, what the hell? My figure, it's all chipped up or it looks bad on camera." Now, if you ask Jimmy to do a 6-inch figure and you just want to repaint, a lot of times Jimmy can do a repaint figure depending on the difficulty of the paint, from $100 to $150. He also, if you want to do a big Build-A-Figure to this scale, if you provide the figure, depending on how much sculpt work is going to be needed for the figure, is what he'll price around. Something like this, like the Ultimate Giantman, you provide the figure, you're looking at $400, close to $500, and that's if you provide the figure. I would say more around $400 if you provide the figure. This is a lot of work. You figure if you pay the guy $20 an hour and he's sculpting, 4 hours a day, and he's doing 4 hours and he's chipping at it, you add that up. I think $20 an hour is great to hire somebody to do some work like this. Shit, you pay the guy to come cut your lawn and do your yard, you're going to pay him probably $15-20 an hour, so cut your own grass for for a few months, so you can get it custom. But I'm going to put all his information at the bottom, guys. Feel free to contact Jimmy. He works with prices, and if you really want an awesome custom and something that really stands out in your collection and make it worthwhile, give him a good task to do, Jimmy's your guy. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for some more stuff.